Good morning. I'm Drew Downs. I'm the rector here at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church in Terre Haute, and I wanted to give you an update about what's happening, both happening here as well as throughout the Episcopal Church and throughout the country. One of the things that we are obviously in the middle of is the COVID-19 pandemic, which is having an effect on how we're doing things, how we're worshiping, how we're trying to be the people that we want to be. Public health professionals have encouraged us to move into a process that is called social distancing. If you know anything, if you've been doing the readings, you already know how this works. But if that word or that phrase it doesn't mean anything to you, it sounds kind of strange. It seems counterintuitive. It goes against the things that we value most, which is being community, being there for our neighbor, being in support of them, being intimate, right? There's the heart of the gospel involves increasing intimacy. So the sense of social distancing goes against all of the impulses in our bodies. But the reason that we're doing this is to protect the vulnerable. So it then gives us in that strange quandary, right? Where do we go? How do we feel about this, right? So in the midst of all this, we at St. Stephen's have come together. I met with the wardens, and we're digitally, and so we're having a conversation about where to go next. And so this is what we're going to have to do, right? Our bishop here in Indianapolis has asked us to not gather in public and for the remainder of March and potentially into April. So what I'm inviting us to do is to go through the rest of the season of Lent digitally rather than here in person. And so what I'm going to offer us is that we're going to have digital worship on Sunday mornings. So we'll have a 10 o'clock gathering. And so if you are able, this will either come through a pre-recorded video or it will come through a Facebook Live like we're going to try on this coming Sunday. This event will hopefully bring us together. Also, I'd like to be able to do that on Thursdays as well. So those who are able to come to our midweek service have another option, or those who would like to would be able to participate in that in another way. So we'll continue to have our worship together, but it won't be in the same space. I'm also inviting us into being able to do our Faith 15 formation piece, which we've been doing after church on Sundays. That'll be pre-recorded. It'll give us a chance to connect and perhaps even have questions with each other online and all of that. We're doing a great job with Lent Madness, so this is something that's going on already. We're having our conversations. We're being social. It's going to be even more important to be social during this time with one another. So the last word I want to give us in this is that it's not quite ironic. It's sort of interesting that this would happen to us, happen to our part of the world here right at the beginning of Lent, a season in which we're already thinking, we're already wrapping our minds around doing things we don't want to do, to engage with this sense of forgiveness and reconciliation that is stuff that is just hard to wrap our hearts around, right? So there's already the sense that we have to move and we have to push ourselves into another way of being. And this, oh my gosh, this is so much the same, isn't it? This is so fitting for this moment. I would not call this good fortune, but I would call this the moment in which we are most alive, the opportunity for us to most engage with this. So, if you're planning to come to church on Sunday here in Terre Haute at St. Stephen's, I hate to say it, but please don't. But we will try for those who are going to be here anyway. We're going to Facebook Live it, so you can watch it at home. Also, we're going to try and connect and engage in some of those other ways with everyone else. And please know the feeding program is going to continue. In fact, it might be expanding a little bit. Susan has told me that Manna from 7 is trying to connect with the schools so our kids can have some food throughout the break that they have now. So hopefully we'll all be able to come together as the church in ways that are not the ones we're used to. And in that sense, we have a wonderful opportunity. Please continue to pray. Pray for those who are near you. Pray for yourself. It is okay. Pray for yourself and your neighbors and your friends and the people you don't know, people in your neighborhoods, throughout this community, throughout this country, throughout this continent, throughout this world. Pray for those who are suffering. Pray for those who are helping those who are suffering. Pray for those who, because they work, cannot stay home. Pray for those who are serving throughout this thing, this whole time. Pray for all those who are confused and confronted with a variety of problems. And please consider that regular act of prayer that we can do throughout the season is a wonderful opportunity for all of us. God bless you, and peace be with you.